Hi, my name is Laura Worley, and I wanted to address a few things today in hopes that they may help you. Um, as I do work with helping people overcome a lot of trauma, abuse, stress related issues, relationships, that kind of thing, there's a few things that I've really recognized. And the one thing that I recognize the most is that no matter what situation we've lived in, no matter what kind of experience we've been through, or possibly even going through at this moment, there is absolutely nothing that we cannot overcome. When I hear stories from everything you could possibly imagine, and yet these people are walking, living, and doing things in their life, it shows me that a human being is more powerful than we actually really give ourselves credit for. And that means to me that no matter if you have been through a home growing up that is full of enormous amount of stress, uh, and that stress can be anything from yelling, screaming, alcoholic parents, drugs, the abuse, anything that has been hurtful to you. I want you to know that you are powerful and you are strong and you can overcome it. And I speak from my own experience, as I know that no matter what we go through, if we allow it to be turned into our good, it can be turned into our good. And what we thought at one time in our life, or maybe even still think that it was just so horrible, you can never overcome it. I want you to know that you can. And that through healing and working through your emotional issues, you are able to find that power and that strength that is within you. That's what's happened to me. And I've used as many modalities in my life. I've went to licensed therapists for 20 years. But the thing is what I come to know at this point in my life is I really don't care what you've done as far as helping yourself heal. If what you have done does not release the pain of what happened to you, you will continue to carry it in your mind and in your body. I know that that is such an important thing that we all need so badly, that you can talk all day long about your problems and you can become very aware of maybe certain behaviors and why you have them. But it will not change them until you actually release the pain. Now, I support all modalities out there that are trying to do good, that are trying to help people, and we all are doing our best in trying to help others. But I do know this for an absolute fact. If whatever you're doing is not releasing your pain and the way that you hold what has happened to you, your mind will continue to create from that experience. So let me give you an example. I think this is one we can all relate to, is somewhere along the line as a child, something happened. And the child made the belief, I'm not good enough. They don't love me. Your mind has this belief and will continue to act as if this is true by creating in your life presently a continual thing of I'm not good enough, nobody loves me. Until you actually go in and change that belief and you change how you hold that memory. And what I mean by that is that you must look at that memory, and the only modality that I know that is available at this moment in time is tapping. Tapping will actually use the subconscious mind and the body to release the emotions that our mind holds attached to the memory that happened to us. And until that is changed, you will continue, your mind will continue to create more and more of the same thing. I don't know if you've ever wondered, why in the world do I do the same stupid thing over and over again? Well, that is why. Because your mind creates from what it holds. And if your mind holds a lot of memories, a lot of proofs, a lot of support, that says, I'm not good enough, I'm not loved, your mind only can create from that. So one of the things that I really, really love that really has helped me tremendously is a modality called Faster EFT. Now, in Faster EFT, what we do is we take a memory and we release all the emotions that are connected to it until the mind does this on its own. It actually, what we call a flip the memory into something positive. So instead of dad yelling at you in the kitchen, dad is now giving you a hug and everybody's happy. That's one way that we know those emotions are not there. And then we also need to check the beliefs. How are the beliefs here? And as we continue to work through this way of our memories, then what happens is instead of a lifetime of all those memories that are negative, we are changing and creating the memories that are happy. And so what happens if you have a mind full of happy memories, happy, positive memories without the negative emotions? Your mind will create from that. It will create a life that has been amazing, amazing to you, and is amazing. And that's what's really happened to me, is I have cleaned up enormous amount of my own history, my own trauma, my own abuse, by changing the memories and how I hold them and releasing those negative emotions. So now I can actually go back and think of these things. Yes, I know exactly what happened, but at the same time, I've changed the way that I hold that memory, so it is no longer a negative thing to me. And I no longer carry the charge of negative emotions around it. And because I've done that, it has allowed me to create a brand new life in every area of my life. Now, I am a human being, and I still have things to work on. And luckily, I was given a couple areas that were shown to me in the last few weeks that I need to look at in becoming stronger. And I think what I'd really like to finish this video with is what happened in the last couple of weeks. What showed me what's so important is that if you are true to yourself, and that means congruent with yourself and what you believe in and where your heart is, then you can do anything in this life, and you'll have the opportunities to do them. And the last couple of weeks, a lot of things have been brought up in public ways, and they've been very negative, but they've also shown me and given me an opportunity of healing and growth, and to know where my convictions lie, and where I can be truer in my heart and more congruent. And so I'm thankful for that. But what I do know is that when I come from my own heart, and I don't allow people on the outside of me to tell me what I think or what I believe or who I am, it does not matter what they do or what they say, because I am true to my own heart. And I'm so grateful for that learning that took me to a really new level of the real need to just be true to myself, and to not allow others to influence or kind of define and say who I am or what I believe or if it's right or if it's wrong. Nobody is God, and we all have the right to check our own hearts and to be true to them. And what they call free will is the opportunity to follow our hearts and what we feel is right for us. And what we feel is right for us does not always mean that that will be right for another person. But what free agency and free will means is that we also have the right to have that difference of opinion, and to have that difference of how we choose to fulfill our own life and callings and things that we feel that maybe we have been asked to do, or that are congruent for us in a way that it's really important to us. And so what I'd really like to say is the two messages really I would like to leave everyone is when you are true to your own heart, sometimes that isn't always what other people may agree with, but it doesn't matter. Because if you come from a place of your own heart and your own mind and being congruent with yourself, then that is all that matters. Because when we come from our heart, we will never have a desire to harm, to hurt, or to be negative to another human being. And when we are not being true to our heart and being congruent with our highest self, we look to others to bring down, to attack, to harm, to hurt. And I just hope that as we are all on our own journey in this life, and everything that we are choosing to do has a meaning and it's important for our own learning. So I just ask that we all allow each other that opportunity to take our own path, to take the learning that we need. The learning I need in my life isn't going to be the learning you need in your life. But please allow each other to have our own choices, our own path of life that we feel is right for us, and do so with respect and love. And when we do that, we allow ourselves to overcome all things in our life that have happened to us or that we may be currently going through. This is not a contest of who's the best, who isn't the best, because it does not matter. What really matters is that we all support each other and our journey and what we come out to the world and we bring to the world. We all have something unique to give to the world. We all have something unique to do to help one another. And I believe very strongly at the end of the day, that is honestly the thing that we all are here to do in whatever way shows up for us, is to help another human being. Help us all. We help each other. Make it back. We make it back home, as that poem once said. We're all helping each other go back home. So let us help each other go home with lifting our hearts and our spirits and our minds to the highest good of all. Because when we do that, everyone benefits. And I hope that any of this could help you. And I want you to know that because all the people I've worked with and because of my own experience, I know that we are absolutely powerful human beings that are completely able to overcome all things and to do all things. And the only thing that stops us from doing it is what we may be believed to be true at this moment because of our prior experience. And when we change that experience into something good, we are able to do all things. Have a great day.